Hello viewers, welcome to the great Australian outdoors and welcome to 4-Wheel Drive TV. I'm Simon Christie. We've got a fantastic episode with plenty of hints and tips and of course, plenty of 4-Wheel Drive excitement and action. We've got the ARB Extreme Winch Challenge from up north. Let's get into it. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard.
Hi, I'm Scott Doughty, Vehicle Performance Manager here at Holden. Today we've got a range of new model year 14 Colorados and Colorado 7s, and we're going to go for a bit of a drive on a media test day. We're hoping today gives a good opportunity to test the new features and content of the model year 14 vehicles. Today we've planned pretty much everything except for the weather. The weather's not looking good, but this could actually give us a really good chance to test some of the features of the new car.
Hi, my name's Laurie Pellich. I'm one of the engineers at Holden, and today we're taking journalists on a drive up along the Hume Highway and then into the Tullarook State Forest, also Mount Disappointment, and it should be a good day. There's probably a little bit of dust on the roads and hopefully a little bit of rain might settle the dust for the drivers to be able to enjoy the drive through the forest and up some rocky tracks and down through some mud holes. Should be a good time, I think. We planned the route several weeks in advance and did several recce's, checking out the roads and selecting the right sort of tracks so journalists can evaluate the vehicles and see how they drive in the field.
I'm Sean Rockford and I'm from Roma in Sydney, online publication and magazine on 4-wheel drives. This morning we've test ridden the Colorado. First off I was in the Colorado 7, which was very capable off-road. The downhill trails we went on, it just lapped up the ruts with breeze. The new hill descent control was fantastic on the Colorado 7 and also the dual cab. Overall, it's just been a magnificent car. A vast improvement on the last model. I think it's fantastic, great to drive. Quiet, comfortable, just a great all-rounder. The mountain range we went through was absolutely gorgeous down here in the country. It was just magnificent, the scenery, put the cars through its paces. It's been a great day so far and just everything about it's been fantastic. Holden, I've got to praise the way they've set it all up and it's just been a good day.
Second leg, fair bit of 4-wheel driving involved. Put the Colorado and the Colorado 7 through its paces and it handled that terrain extremely well. There's been some refinements made to the car between obviously the previous model year 13 and the current variant. And looking forward to some pretty positive reviews with the vehicle going forward, so it's been a pretty good day.
Murray Hubbard is my name, I'm from MrCars.com. Well, we started off with a pretty straightforward run up the Hume and that was all top gear stuff. Then we had some fun off-road, putting the Colorados into low range, both in automatics and manuals, and taking on some pretty steep hills. The Colorado actually did pretty well. I think there's a big difference in the new one. The new engine's a lot torquier, which is great. Secondly, I really like the 6-speed box because the 6th gear is very high range, which means you're cruising along at 110, doing about 1700 RPM, so it works really well. After we finished the serious 4-wheel drive stuff, we were coming along some pretty high ridge lines, which I think may have been burnt out in the bushfires on Black Saturday, and the views are quite spectacular. The country's all green, great looking country.
Simon was able to lead us around the tracks and provide some insight into what the vehicles can do, how to drive, and really how to get the most out of a vehicle like this.
Hello, my name's Peter Anderson. I'm from the Motor Report, and we're here on the Colorado launch for the MY14 model update. I'm a four-wheel drive newbie, so this has been a bit of a laugh, dragging a very large car down very narrow, steep, rocky tracks. And I found it a lot easier than I thought it would be, so I've been having a good day.
My name's Mark Cadle. I'm with GM Inside News, which is an American-based blog site. They're very interested in our cars because they're to receive a version of the Colorado in the near future. I'm not a four-wheel drive person at all. My total experience is the original launch plus this one, so it's probably a couple of hours. It's very, very easy to place, even on very heavily rutted tracks, lots of rocks and trees that we've been going over today, and it feels a lot smaller than it actually is, and it's very, very easy to keep it out of the shrubs.
The cars have gone really well. We've done some really challenging tracks over rocks and a lot of hard four-wheel driving, harder than I would ever do myself, and the cars seem to have gone really well. Haven't picked up any problems, and the journalists have been very pleased.
That concludes our drive day, where we've had some of Australia's motoring media drive the Model Year 14 Colorado and Colorado 7 vehicles. We've had a great day driving in the Tallarook Forest and a good opportunity to explore some of the capabilities of these new vehicles. It was great to have Simon Christie along for this particular event. His wealth of knowledge was invaluable in setting up the course and showing us around some of the tracks that Melbourne has to offer so close to the city. I've spoken to some of the journalists that drove these vehicles today, and they've been truly impressed by the vehicle's capability. I would like to say thanks to Simon Christie for helping out with this event. It really does make a big difference having some of the local knowledge and the experience to really showcase what these vehicles are capable of. Thanks, Simon.
Holden's toughest 4x4 ever has arrived. Introducing the all-new Holden Colorado 7. It comes with 7 seats as standard, and it's loaded with serious off-road grunt. You'll get 3-ton towing and the awesome 470 Newton-metre Duramax diesel engine, plus an impressive wading depth and hill descent control, all for the hardcore adventurer. The all-new Holden Colorado 7 is here. Take it off-road at your Holden dealer today.
Now, who doesn't want more power? And I bet that most of you with diesels have your hands in the air. DP Chip is not a snack food, it's the real deal, and simply modifies the engine fuel injection parameters to increase performance to a measurable difference of up to 35% more power and torque and up to 10% better economy. DP Chip, the only diesel power chip with a 5-year warranty, 24/7 tech support and user adjustability. For more information on DP Chip Diesel Power, call 02 4877 1022 or visit dpchip.com.
Got a ute? Need more space? Need it to be safe and secure? And of course stylish? Then look no further than Carry Boy. Designed with the true lines of your vehicle in mind and the ultimate in functionality, a Carry Boy canopy will transform the look and performance of your utility. For more information on why Carry Boy are the world leaders in canopy design, durability and practicality, visit carryboy.com.au.
Now viewers, as a real four-wheel driver, you've got to love working on your rig as much as you love driving it. And that's what we're doing today, but better still, we're fitting accessories. Gotta love that. Here's the problem. We've got ourselves a brand new set of flash-looking tread 4x4 traction boards, but where do we store them? Now of course, they can go on the roof rack, might be a little bit difficult to get to. They can go in the back of the vehicle. But if you've got a full-size wagon, seats all the way through, you don't want to be throwing muddy traction boards into the back of your nice clean vehicle. So we have a solution for you today. Ultimate Four-Wheel Drive over in Perth have come up with this, a tread traction board holder. But where do you mount it? You want easy and quick access. Well, this actually mounts to the back of the spare wheel, and that's what we're going to show you how to do today. This handy little bracket is the key to holding our tread traction board holder on the back here. We've got a Kmart rear wheel carrier, and this bracket will locate in here behind the tyre itself. Let's get it on. Now removing wheel nuts can always be a pain, but good quality 12-volt accessories make it a breeze. Remember, wheel nuts should be done up tightly, but don't over tighten them, and be careful when working with power tools and alloy rims. Now we want the bracket tight up against the tyre, and look at that, it lines up perfectly. This simple little bracket comes supplied with the kit from Ultimate 4-Wheel Drive, stainless steel fittings, and this threaded little plate is all we need to lock the holder onto the backing plate. It's now just a case of lining up the holes, fitting the bolts and bracket, and tightening it all up. Well, there you have it. Our tread traction board holder, thanks to Ultimate 4-Wheel Drive, is securely mounted to the back of our Kmart rear bar wheel carrier. And our tread traction boards fit a treat. Safe, secure, and it doesn't matter how dirty they get, they'll always remain on the back of the vehicle here, and the rain can clean them off. Awesome fit. I love it. You've got to love it. And let's go find some mud to play in.
We're at round 2 of the Extreme Winch Challenge. I'm here with David Metcalf, who's the organiser of the event. Dave, this event does not disappoint. What have you got in store for us this weekend?
Friday, we've got 3 stages. We've got a speed stage first up, and then 2 very short winch stages. And hopefully we'll be back at our warm rooms about 10 o'clock Friday night. Round 1 was a good event. That was held down the Springs, down at Warwick. Numbers down there, we had I think 10 teams, and down here we've got 9 competing teams. So it's all chopped and changed around as per the leading guys. It looked good on Friday night. It certainly changed on Saturday. The venue we're at is Mount Bora, which is just outside Manila, approximately 45 kilometres from Tamworth. We haven't got much to work with, but some good little gullies, and it's completely different to what we've normally got to use. Very pleased that we can use down here in New South Wales. It's amazing, we've been using one gully since day one, but you can always find something else, and as soon as you put a piece of bunting and a peg there, it becomes a new gully. So there is some gnarly stuff in there. Mightn't be long, but everyone's getting tested as they should be.
Poor old Nabby's working really, really hard.
There's always something different to do, but you just have to think outside the square all the time. In the morning, I got to a stage and it was set up for a reverse winch, and I was just jokingly saying to the co-drivers, yeah, at this point you've broken your leg and you've got a flat tyre in the vehicle.
Hold it. Okay, take the tension on your winch. Your navvy's got a broken leg, you've got to get out and change your tyre.
I thought we'll put it into the stage, so that's what they did, but it was good because no one told the drivers about anything, what was going to happen.
Oh, poor old Cam. I was unaware that we had to do a quick tyre change here and I was unable to help him, but he's going all right so far.
We had some that turned up with no recovery gear or jacks because it was under another vehicle that was being repaired. We had one team that turned up with an odd wheel nut and he didn't have that spanner for that particular wheel nut, and that was it. So we had a few DNFs through stupidity, and we had one rollover, but it was fun. Well, I thought it was fun. I don't know about them, but it was good. We had a few CVs go, a few winches. It was very demanding. It was just something different. You have to keep throwing at them, get them out of their comfort zone.
On the back of my Colorado ute, I'm running a Kmart rear wheel carrier. On the rear wheel carrier, we've mounted from Ultimate 4-wheel drive our tread traction board carrier, and it does a great job of supporting and holding safely our tread traction boards. Whether they're clean or dirty, we can safely carry them around the tracks. But I've got a problem. The tread traction board in 1100mm has blocked off my Kmart telescopic light. That's bad news when we're reversing and setting up camp when out 4-wheel driving. But here's the answer. Check this out. We go the tread 800, and the telescopic light, we've got clear viewing. How awesome is that? We haven't sacrificed anything in traction. In fact, it's easier, it's neater, it's packed away, and it's nice and low. Tread traction boards uniquely available in 1100 and 800. Get yourself tractable, get yourself out of that bog off-road.
The next generation of shock absorbers is here. Leading the way in 4x4 suspension development, Old Man Emu introduces the most advanced and finely tuned shock absorber on the market. Nitro Charger Sport incorporates a new valving system that instantly adapts to all terrain for an outstanding smooth ride and phenomenal control. Backed by a 3-year, 60,000 kilometre warranty, you can trust Nitro Charger Sport, built in Australia for Australian conditions.
When the going gets tough, when you're bogged down deep, or when your mates reach out for help, Mean Mother is your first choice for recovery gear and winches. From the Tough as Nails Edge series, built for passionate 4-wheel drivers and packed with quality components and features, to the over-engineered Boss series, offering superior reliability, endurance and efficiency under the toughest conditions, Mean Mother has a winch for all applications. Check out meanmother.com.au and explore your limits with a Mean Mother winch, the mother of all winches.
At Terrain Tamer, we've tried to take all the hard work out of 4-wheel driving, so you can be an expert as well as an enthusiast. Our parts interpreters talk fluent 4-wheel drive because we're talking with 40 years experience. We've got all the 4-wheel drive parts and accessories that you'll ever need, so you can toss them in the back for cheap insurance. When you're miles from the closest mechanic, you'll appreciate that advice. Terrain Tamer, we talk fluent 4-wheel drive.
G'day, James Sandy, Land Rover Defender 2002 Extreme. What it's got on it, Bilsteins all round, including the damper. Recently had a 40mm lift, new P38 style axles in the back end. Beautiful family vehicle. Often go to the Otways and Cape Conran National Park all around East Gippsland there. Don't get enough time, haven't got enough goods on it. I want the winch, I want a radio. Next trip, again, southeast Gippsland, maybe even the Snowies, up through all the different huts. We'd like to do that neck of the woods maybe this summer.
Details on how to win a place in the Your Rig weekly competition can be found on the 4-Wheel Drive TV Facebook page. And each successful entrant wins an electric blue span set snatch strap, a Narva adder circuit double fuse holder, a Narva power cup and a Narva cigarette lighter extension lead, an Oricom handheld UHF kit including two 2-watt UHFs, a Mean Mother mug, a Mean Mother snatch strap bag, a Mean Mother umbrella and a Mean Mother stubby holder. A pair of smart scissors and an Any Sharp knife sharpener from our good friends at Keeslar. An add-on Donaldson diesel fuel filter kit including chassis mount, a U-Fix-It windscreen repair kit, a Superior Engineering cap and stubby holder, a Berrima diesel cap, an ARB Penrith stubby holder, a litre of emergency gear oil from 360 Gearboxes, a cap from 360 Gearboxes, a copy of 4x4 Australia magazine, a copy of Dirt Comp magazine and a Dirt Comp calendar, a copy of Wild Deer and Hunting Adventures magazine, a copy of Blitz Martial Arts magazine, 2 4-wheel drive TV medium stickers to add to your rig, 2 stubbies of Bundaberg ginger beer, an ARB Air Locker t-shirt, an ARB jacket, an ARB pair of socks, an ARB cap and an ARB Old Man Emu jacket. And it's all neatly wrapped up in an ARB cargo gear carry bag.
Thanks Simon and Miranda for all the prizes. 4-wheel drive TV rocks.
Thank you, 4-wheel drive TV.
Hello, I'm Bruce from Donaldson. Today I'd like to talk about oil bypass filters. At Donaldson we are often asked if a bypass filter system on my 4-wheel drive is a good idea. Surprisingly, internal engine components that are lubricated by oil have relatively large tolerances in filtration terms. The vehicle manufacturer's oil filter specifications for your 4-wheel drive will provide an adequate level of cleanliness for your oil when changed at the recommended service intervals. Just remember, the engine's lubrication system is a closed system and there is only a relatively small total volume of oil in your engine, which is constantly being passed through the filter. In some instances, the fitting of a bypass filtration system to an engine can adversely affect the engine's oil pressure. This is because, in most cases, off-the-shelf bypass filter systems bleed off both oil flow and pressure, resulting in less protection for some critical components. Our recommendation is simply to follow the vehicle manufacturer's service schedule and use quality oil filters that meet the manufacturer's specification. I'm Bruce from Donaldson. See you next time.
Okay Dave, so here we are, almost finished on Sunday afternoon. This last stage is certainly a challenge.
Yes, it certainly has. We've had a few missed punches, which if they don't make the punch, they DNF, so we've just seen one of them. All the other vehicles have got through, and we've still got 2 more to get through this afternoon. We've got Dave Burrows and Jumbo, as we call them. They're competing in the old farm truck. They competed at the XIRFC last year and managed to total the farm truck 10 seconds from the finish after 43 stages. They then won the prize to come to the RFC in Malaysia. This weekend, they've been going well, but that CV and SS6 didn't help. So they're at the top of the field and dropped right back down. This is Andrew and Mark's first time down here. They're from British Off-Road up the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. And I fell in love with them as a team, the vehicle and the 2 guys. They're just an unassuming team that you don't think, but they get out there. And I know for a fact that they've taken a lot of first, and they're the only top team that hasn't had a DNF yet. Kevin and Scott, I think, was their first time here last year. They had a few dramas on Friday night with alternator problems, but now they've fixed the alternator, all going well until they broke a CV. But 2 young guys, they're at it, they want to learn, and I'd say they're the most improved team I've seen over the last year.
Now, this event is a fantastic event. You get a solid group of competitors every year coming, supporting you, but it couldn't happen without some sponsors?
No, it wouldn't. We've had the support for many years from ARB and from ARB Tamworth down here. Anywhere we go, the general store is always very helpful. Also, 4-wheel drive TV have been with us since day one. Simon and Miranda have been fantastic.
Oh mate, it's terrible.
The winners of the round, Andrew and Mark from British Off-Road, they've been bridesmaids that many times, so how do you feel, guys?
Yeah, really good. Got through it finally and no DNFs, no breakages, so yeah, it was a really good result.
Hi, I'm Warren from 4 Wheel Drive Bits. Welcome to Te Apa 1000. It's Saturday morning. Truck's been going really good. Had no real maintenance issues other than one of the exhaust mounts breaking. And we did have a bit of an issue with the rear shocks being a little bit light for what we were trying to do with it. So we have to go back to the workshop on that one and do a bit more tuning up. Since the last winch challenge, we've raised the vehicle up a little bit, put harder springs in, increased the damping rate on all the shocks. So it's now higher and harder, and we've taken the winch off, just trying to lose a little bit of weight. All the weight we've taken off is just about being replaced by fuel. We carry nearly 200 litres of fuel on the thing, so we can do 500 Ks without a stop. Hopefully the next event will be the final round of the National Championship, which is in about 5 weeks in Raglan. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Well viewers, thank you for tuning in to another big episode of 4 Wheel Drive TV. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've got another great episode planned for you next week. Please don't miss it. I'm Simon Christie. Tread lightly, keep it safe, play hard. Make sure I'm in your lounge room next week.